the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Drop your crowns and elephants in the chat and let me know where you're watching from. Dallas, Texas in the building. Scotland's in our TikTok chat. We are live on multiple platforms today, y'all. Minneapolis, what's going on? What's going on, Simone? What's going on, Delcinia? Shout out to all my mods. Susie, what's going on? Lillian, Toronto, Newark, New Jersey. I'll be at NJ Pack this weekend coming up. Introducing 120 Lisa Marie. I think some tickets might still be available. Let me just adjust. What's going on, Vegas? What's going on, Nikolai? Charles says Jen Shah just liked the video already. Yeah, we got haters. It's okay. We're gonna be strong. Get those crystals. I got my crystals here with me. Let me put it in my pocket. Thank you so much, Lillian. She loves my sweater. Get ready for the holidays. What's going on? St. Lucia's in the building. Ice is Christmas music. Oh my. It's a mix of Christmas music. What's going on? Princeton, New Jersey. I haven't been there in years, but I went there on a date a long time ago. Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Oh, yes. Let's see those Christmas trees in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you all being here. This is our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. You know, we do a recap here every single week. And I have a collaboration with Up and Adam and Down with Jason. We were just on Up and Adam's channel earlier today. So if you missed that recap and our conversation there, be sure to check that out. I'll post the link after the live in the description of this video. I apologize. I have to have something in my throat because my throat's been, y'all know. If y'all follow the page, I've been ailing a little bit, but it's getting better. April said, you got a new haircut? No, y'all see my little, do y'all even notice what's above me? Do you guys even notice what's above me? You don't see my halo? It's a little tilted, but it's all right. It's a little, look. Y'all don't see my halo? No one's mentioned the halo. Oh, goodness. Yes. I'm pretending to be an angel today. Guys, if you're just joining us, we have to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I know it's not one of those cities in the Real Housewives franchise that people are talking about, but I've been watching it since day one. I have to say, and I realized this morning when I was talking with Adam and Jason, we really do get a whole bunch of different religions in this one show. This episode, we got to see a lot of the Mormon religion through Heather's eyes. And I didn't know this. I did not know anything about this little hierarchy. I had no idea about this hierarchy. I had to bring this hierarchy here. The fact that Jeffrey Dahmer is above an outer darkness person like Heather Gay in regards to this hierarchy, it's a little scary. And I wonder how people that are Mormon feel about how they're portrayed on this show. I appreciate it. I also said earlier today that I feel as if Heather is really preparing us for this book, Bad Mormon, that she's working on. To me, this is a perfect segue. I am interested, Heather. I want to know more. I've seen so many interviews with Heather. Heather really is one of my favorites from Salt Lake City. She has the potential to be a great housewife. She really does. Yes, she fumbled a little bit earlier in the season with the defense of Jen Shah. But look, innocent until proven guilty. But I feel like this episode really wasn't about Jen Shah. We just got to see the lead up to Jen Shah. We didn't get to see the arrest yet. We didn't get to see this arrest yet. But these shady producers, I appreciate the shady producers because, we got to see a lot of Stewart this season. And a lot of people are like, we're seeing a lot of Stewart this season. But you know what it is? I think, honestly, the producers normally probably edit out a lot of those scenes. Remember, they're filming these people for how many months, and they have hours of footage, but they know what's coming. So normally we wouldn't see Jen Shah and Stewart going for a nature walk, a ski walk. What the hell is that called? But we got to see it in this episode. We got to see this conversation between Jen Shah and Stewart, her first assistant, about how much she's doing all of this for them and his kids. If I didn't believe it myself, because I knew after they were arrested they could not be together, I would have believed they shot this afterwards. But the producers and the editors know what they're doing. They want us to see all of this play out. They are so shady. But their level of shade is my type of shade. I enjoyed it. I mean, I honestly believe normally they would have cut that episode, that particular scene out, but they knew what was coming later in this episode. They're telling a story, and I appreciate it. And not a lot of people like Salt Lake City yet. And it was a long way to come because this is the 9th episode. These first few episodes were they were Mary Cosby, though. Mary Cosby, I know a lot of people do not like Mary Cosby, and I completely understand. But when we talk about a bag of weird, I've been saying that since the first season. She is a bag of weird that I like to watch. You don't have to like it. Oh, Amira, thank you so much. I didn't know the term. It's snowshoeing. I've never heard of that. Again, we're learning new things because they live in Utah. Yes, Jackie, I agree. Heather Gay is everything this season. As I said to you before, the conversation that Heather Gay had with, hold on, y'all. Do I have it here? I thought I did. I thought I had the picture. Heather went out with her daughter and I believe it's her niece, and the niece's husband, and how her sister was very in the church. She was a perfect Mormon, and she left the church too recently. But they talk about how the church has not evolved and they're not leading the church into the next, the future. I love these conversations that they're having because we wouldn't be having them if we didn't have this show. We only used to talk about it when we used to talk about that show on HBO. Remember the show on HBO? I can't even think of the name, but I love the show. Oh my God, Big Love. I got it. Before you guys even said it to me. I got it. Big Love. It was such a good show. That was like my first introduction into Mormon religion. A little bit, because we know not all Mormons have multiple wives. Okay. Yeah, with the gossip. She says, I made it. Yes, you did. We're talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City if you're just joining us. We are live on multiple platforms, including my TikTok, and we are live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. Shout out to you guys. Please make sure you're checking out my community tab. My community tab, I'm not just posting about promoting the video that I just posted. I'm posting things that are inspiring me. I'm posting, some of my daily live stuff, when I went shopping at Walmart and I had an elf hat on. So you're getting personal stuff there too. So be sure to check out the community tab if you haven't checked it out before. Last night, we did a members only live chat. So if you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com and join our Texan community. I didn't realize it when community reached out to me to possibly do this Texan community. I said, I don't know about it. But it's been such a great resource of staying connected with the community that we're building. And you guys dropping me information about your lives, asking for advice about something, or me reaching out during your birthday, or you're dropping me tea, and I mean like gossip or something like that. So it's a great way to stay connected. So be sure to text me at TextKempire.com. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because you guys make me laugh. Oh, Mary has those crazy eyes. But people say that about my facial expressions too. So I can appreciate Mary Cosby and her facial expressions. And we'll get to Mary Cosby in a second. Meredith, Meredith Marks. Meredith, you're not bringing anything this season. The little fight that you had with Jen Shah early in the season, I was bored with already, and I called it from the beginning. This is all she has. Her fight with Jen Shah later in the season, I'm really not that interested in. A lot of people are speculating who called the feds on Mary. Oh, no. Oh. Uh-oh. Mary. Mm. No, who called the feds on Jen Shah? People are saying, oh, it was Meredith. And then she said on Watch What Happens Live, don't mess with my family. It wasn't Meredith. I already told you guys the Southern District already knew where she was. I'm part of me speculating that it was Coach Shah, because remember, Coach Shah called Jen Shah. So the feds went to her home first and they were looking for her. So he called her. But then I had the thought, and I shared this early this morning. Was it Mary Cosby? Is that why Mary Cosby said, oh, guys, I'm going to take a private jet. I'm going to take a private jet to Vail. No. Then I was talking with Fem Tarot. And Fem Tarot, as you know, she's intuitive. She's psychic. She says, I have a feeling the feds were called by Stewart. So sometimes when I'm chatting back and forth with Fem Tarot, sometimes I'm just like chatting. But then I'm thinking, wait, you're psychic, though. Is this what you're saying intuitively, or are you just thinking, oh, randomly? No, I think she was thinking intuitively. Okay, I'm going to take the halo off because I don't want y'all really thinking that I think I'm an angel. But yeah, who called the feds? Like I said to you before, the Southern District, they know way before advance where you are, what's going on. So I don't believe anyone did, but it's nice to speculate. It's nice to speculate. Vicky says, nah, Kempire, your eyes look nothing like Mary Cosby. Dana says, Meredith can go in my Kempire voice. I mean, she really could. I need to put that on a t-shirt. You can go. Look, blank, you can go. Dana says, not Stu. Why not? What we hear, we heard this after the fact that he copped a plea with the Southern District of New York. So that means he has to turn her in. Adam revealed to me this morning that she's going to have to probably at least serve 6 years in jail. That's not, I thought maybe she would serve 2, but 6 years in jail? Oof. Digital, thank you so much. Shout out to our Twitch family that we're building on Twitch. Digital says, your eyes have a bit more self-awareness, love. Darren says, Meredith can bounce. Laura says, I think they both served at the same time. I think they were both served at the same time. That's very possible. Look, we know they were both arrested on the same day, but you never know. Maybe they made it seem that way. I think next week we're going to remember this episode. We did not get to see Jen Shah arrested. This episode for me was more about Mary Cosby, her relationship with Whitney, which was interesting. I don't think any of us knew that Whitney and Mary Cosby were that close. I don't think any of us knew that, right? Did any of us know that? But Mary Cosby expects people to bow down to her, and there are rumors about Mary Cosby and her being treated like a god in her church. Mary Cosby is running a cult, allegedly. Last week, and shout out to you guys, again, I can't do this alone. I can't be aware of all the news and the crevices of what's going on in the news and pop culture and in these people's lives without you. So thank you. Tagged me that Cameron, the former parishioner of her church, he passed away back in June. And according to what you guys are telling me, he passed away due to cancer. Allegedly. May he rest in peace, though, because he seemed like a really sweet guy. No matter if he was dropping information to Meredith during the show, he seemed like a really genuinely sweet man. May he rest in peace. I just was shocked by that. Right after I did the live with Adam and Jason, you guys tweeted me, oh, he died. And then I looked at the day. I was like, did he just die? He died back in June. Ooh. Ginger says Mary Cosby's taking money out the collection plate, allegedly. I don't know how Mary Cosby, I know churches bring in a lot of money, but how much money are they bringing in to live up with her lavish lifestyle of name brands and owning homes? But, she also said that they have multiple businesses that she inherited as well. last week we found out that she doesn't have a relationship with her mother anymore because she inherited all of her mother's wealth in church. You know how money can get when people die. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know his full name. I know his name was Cameron. I'm sure if you Google Cameron, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, it will come up. Not me telling you to go Google something. Uh-oh. Mary Cosby's going to get me. Mary Cosby's going to get me. The Southern District of New York does not need anyone to turn people in. I've been saying that. We're playing here. Their investigation usually takes years and is very thorough. That's why they always get a conviction. Exactly. And we've said that before. I'm being facetious when I say maybe it was Mary Cosby. I like playing into those narratives, but I know the Southern District of New York. Not personally, but I do know their conviction rate is like 98%. They have been involved in this whole investigation for years because there were already previous convictions and plea deals, reportedly. Okay. Sasha says the feds aren't stupid and don't play. They knew she was filming, so it's very easy. So it very easily could have been production if they were ordered to tell them where she was filming. Very true too. Very true. Exactly. You know my history. Well, I share it all here on the channel. Guys, we have almost 350 people in the chat. This is our weekly Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. Salt Lake City's finally getting better. Salt Lake City is finally getting better. The last night episode was solid. We watched it together on my TikTok. I was live so many times yesterday, and then we randomly, like 11 something at night, I said, okay, I'm going to go live. We watched The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City together. We watched Potomac earlier in the day. And we had a really good Kiki talking about it. I literally had to watch it again before this live so I could have a better idea of what happened in this episode. And the standout moments for me, first of all, how come we're not talking about Whitney's husband and how he got up on that pole? I know that they have a pole, but I thought that was really Whitney. No, the hubby knows how to get on the pole too. He got some height on that pole. I was impressed. Speaking of Whitney, like I said, I did not have any idea that her relationship with Mary Cosby was so close. And I really felt for her in that moment when Mary Cosby was trying to have an argument with her because she says that, oh, I tried calling you and texting you. Mary Cosby expects everyone to bow down to her, and you need to call her back when she calls you. And according to Whitney, I had carpool. And as Jason said earlier today, and I feel like that there are certain people, and thankfully they don't call me anymore, that when they call you, you're like, oh, God, I got to be in the right headspace to pick up the phone. Thankfully, though, that person does not call me anymore. And you probably know who you are. Honestly, I don't love being on the phone like that anyway. There's only a handful of people that I can be on the phone with like that or text back and forth with. So if you text me, look, that's what I'm saying. The texting community is a big deal because if I'm texting back with you, trust and believe. I don't text back with everybody like that. But this is our community that we're building. So I'm trying to build. But I'm not a big texter. I'm not a big person on the phone. But when I am, that's because we're close. Or you need advice or something like other than that, I'm working or working out. I literally went for a run right before this. Danny says Whitney's husband seems so easygoing, and so does Whitney in a lot of ways. I think she adds a little bit of spice in his life. But yeah, he does seem easygoing. I like him probably the most out of all the husbands. Seth gives me weird vibes. Coach Shah, I don't trust. I like Coach Shah, but I don't trust Coach Shah. Coordinator Shah, you know what his real job is. How long do you think that Coach Shah is going to stay with his wife? Do you think he will stay with his wife through this situation? 6 years in prison, or will he get a divorce? That would seem foul, though, for him to divorce her now. We got to see Coach Shah in this episode. We even got to see the second assistant. The second assistant was everywhere during this situation. He brought her there. You notice how the second assistant didn't leave. The second assistant was there. Wouldn't normally, if you're dropping off your boss, you drop them off and then you leave. The second system was still there, unless we missed a scene and she texted him to come pick her up, but she left within 12 minutes of that phone call. So she really wasn't far. They had swarmed the place. Homeland Security, NYPD. I didn't know NYPD left the state. I had no idea. They swarmed. That would have made me nervous. All the ladies were like, what is going on? I'm jumping ahead. Let me rewind back. Before we get to the Jen Shah arrest. Guys, we have over 400 people in the chat. Let's get to 150 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link. I do want to hear what you guys have to say about Salt Lake City. It's not the biggest city in the franchise, but it's growing. And maybe this criminal case is part of the reason why it's growing. But like I said to you before, this episode for me wasn't about Jen Shah. It was about Mary Cosby. And the no surgeries that she's had. According to her, she's never had any surgeries. Whitney revealed some text messages. Poor Whitney. Whitney really felt like her and Mary Cosby had a friendship. And I think all of us were surprised. Like, you really think that you guys had a friendship? And Mary really, first of all, she tried to set her up. She sent out an invitation. She tried to set her up. She told everyone to come, Italian streetwear. And she sent her, those little cheap, slutty costumes for Halloween. She said she wanted her to wear that. But Whitney was like, I'm not wearing that. I have to say, all the ladies look great except Mary Cosby. This is your party, and you look like you have a wig that just came out from being wet. What happened to Mary Cosby's wig? And what was up with Mary Cosby giving them aprons in a Louis Vuitton bag? You sprung for the Louis Vuitton bags, but you didn't spring for Louis Vuitton aprons. Matter of fact, I want to hold on. Well, how I love to do. I want to go live. Louis Vuitton aprons. I meant to Google this last night. Oh, there are some. Let me see. Is this from the Louis Vuitton? No, this doesn't look like it's real. Does Louis Vuitton make aprons? Oh, wait. No, it's an apron mini dress. No, I need to know if Louis Vuitton, if you're watching, feel free to send one. Like, as if they would. You never know, though. I'm sure there are people that make Louis Vuitton aprons, but does Louis Vuitton themselves make aprons? Let me see what you guys are saying, because you guys are my best resource. Thank you so much, Aisha. Throw that thing away, girl. That wig. Rusty says she probably got the Louis Vuitton bags at TJ. Oh, do they sell it at places like that? I love me a little nice little cute gift bag, but I don't know if I would give anyone a gift bag in a Louis Vuitton bag, because they're going to expect, oh, was this from Louis Vuitton? That's a little. Jen Shah says, Gourmet Thursday says, Jen Shah looked crazy in her Italian outfit and flag coat. Yeah, I wasn't getting it. I was like, what's happening here? Erica says, I hope Whitney isn't afraid to go after Mar because she's black, because child. Oh, Mare, not Mar, Mare. So apparently, oh, wait a second. Curvy Jersey says she got the bags from Poshmark. Oh. Charlie says no LV apron. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. You think Louis Vuitton will work on one now? Brittany says Mary is always shading someone about their style, but her wigs look like they cost $30. I agree, but you know what? I know plenty of women that have money that have bad wigs, and I never understand it. I'm like, you got a lot of money. Why do you have a bad wig? But you know what? In her confessionals, Mary Cosby does look good. Not all of them, but definitely some of them. I don't know. Sidebar, guys, I love my coldest water bottle. I drink 2 of these at least a day. It keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. Comes in multiple colors and sizes. Good for kids, especially now in COVID times. Get your kid a coldest water bottle. Discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. Yuri said Mary looks good when she's put together. Every once in a while. But according to Whitney, again, we didn't know that they were as close as they were, but Mary Cosby seems like she likes to pick on Whitney. Whitney has a personality where I can see if you are around someone that likes to pick on people that seem a little bit less stronger than you, then I can see people preying on Whitney. And Whitney says that she's good friends with Mary's cousin, and Mary's cousin told her, "Don't ever get Mary mad. Don't get Mary mad." This woman, she couldn't hurt a fly, right? Vanessa says Bravo needs to vet these crazy people better. I think they like it though. I think they like it. Hold on. Thank you so much, Rita, for the super chat. Almost missed this, right? I feel like Mary is jealous of Whitney as she sees her youth and fun marriage. Mary is stuck with an older man and never had a fun youth. I can see that, but I also see them just taking advantage of Whitney. Whitney Rose seems like she's just a very sweet, kind person, and I can see how people would want to probably intimidate her and take advantage of that. But she said in this episode, "Oh, we're not friends? Well, the gloves are off." Okay, Whitney. Whitney, to me, she's evolving as a housewife. I like Whitney and Heather a lot. Miss Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Mary can't dress, period. She and Giselle have the same person. She and Giselle have the same person? This person, God forbid, I know we probably already know who Giselle's stylist is, but I'm not going to out him. Because one thing I have understood, especially from dealing in this industry, is just because you have a stylist doesn't mean that you are paying attention to what the stylist is telling you should do. I've seen plenty of people with stylists that won't listen to them. Like, no, let's do this and this together. The stylist is just like, all right. Unless you are Steve Harvey. You see Steve Harvey and all the new fashion that he's bringing. Well, to me, Steve Harvey's not even saying, no, I don't want to do that. I think Steve Harvey's like, I am your muse. Do what you will. Okay. I think Steve Harvey needs to pull back a little bit. I like the fashions. I would like the fashion for someone like me. I just feel like Steve Harvey's a little too older for some of the looks. Some of the looks I like. Some of the looks I'm like, Steve. It doesn't seem like him. That's what it is. Because we're so used to Steve and all the suits and stuff like that. I feel like that's really him. And I feel like they could have found a balance. And they just sort of went to, if you look at his stylist, he looks like he's dressing like a stylist. You should never dress like your stylist. You should be dressing like your personality, but in a stylish way. Coming from someone that's not a stylist. I'm just saying, my opinion. We have a stylist in the chat, don't we? Erica, thank you, Erica. Erica, thank you so much for the super chat. Whitney is kind of, Whitney is kind of an easy target, so I'm gonna need her to take a drag class, and I think she is. She said in this episode, "I'm taking my gloves off." I'm just saying. What's going on, Philly? Mama Allie says, "Sorry, I'm so late. I lost track of time." It's okay, Mama Allie. Look, we all have lives. We all have lives, and I get it. I appreciate the fact that you're even here. Shout out to all of my moderators. Look, we can't do this without our mods. We have almost 500 people in the chat. Have we hit 150 likes, mods? Let me know. I'm going to drop the call-in link because I do want to hear what you guys have to say. To me, this episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was more about Mary. It was more about Mary and her friendships and how she navigates those friendships. One of the friendships that I'm a little concerned about, not really, is a friendship between Lisa Barlow and Jen Shah. Jen Shah calls Lisa out during this whole Italian, cooking lunch. And look, we need to have, and someone said this in my TikTok chat last night, and I agree. We need to have every season where they do a Mary lunch. You know how every time we go to the Berkshires or we do certain things on these Housewives show, we need every season to have a Mary Cosby lunch because it always goes a little nutty. Oh, thank you so much, Delcinia. Oh yeah, I forgot to shimmy. All right. All right, thanks, mods. Let me drop the call-in link because I do want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me copy, paste. All right, y'all. And also because I'm talking a lot and I really have to start resting my voice. All right. Let me replace this and here. Guys, if you're just joining us, we, of course, are recapping The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's finally getting good. It's finally getting good, and I'm loving it. I am truly, truly, truly loving it. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. All right, we got a bunch of people backstage already. Apparently, everyone has things to say. Again, thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. I appreciate you supporting the channel. TikTok, keep tapping your screens. Let's get more Real Housewives of Salt Lake City fans in the room. And don't forget to share this live on your social media. And if you're watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts. Your thoughts on Mary Cosby, your thoughts on Jen Shah's arrest. Let's talk about Jen Shah's arrest. We didn't get to see it this episode. We got to see the lead up. The ladies getting all, oh, we didn't talk about Jenny. You know why? Because Jenny, you can go. Jenny, based on what we've been hearing, Jenny is not who we think Jenny is. Mary Cosby didn't even invite her to her Italian, eating. Jenny was the only one when Jen was like, oh, I have to go. I have to go and I have to, Coach Shah has internal bleeding. Why would you say internal bleeding? Like, I wouldn't even want to joke with something like that. Why did she go all the way to internal bleeding? Jen Shah is a smooth criminal. Allegedly. Because you saw how she was like, she took the phone call and then and Whitney, you failed us. How dare you, Whitney? You failed us. Whitney, you should have pretended like you were turning off for future reference. You should have pretended like as if you were turning it off and kept it on. However, the cameramen were still doing their job and we still got audio. We couldn't hear what Coach Shah was saying, but we still got audio and video. So she was like, oh, I got to go. Coach Shah has internal bleeding. I don't know what's going on. Why did you go straight to internal bleeding? Why you couldn't say I have an emergency, something's wrong with Coach Shah? And I have to give it to the ladies. Shout out to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City ladies, other than Jen Shah, because they showed true, genuine concern, except Jenny. Jenny was like, let's keep going. Let's go. I hope you guys rewatch that scene. I know a lot of people saying, well, they couldn't do anything. She was just like, let's go. There's nothing we can do. No, rewatch that scene. And then think about all the rumors that we've been hearing about Jenny. Cold-blooded. You're welcome, Jenny. You should be happy that we're even talking about you, to be honest with you. Because honestly, nobody really was talking about you. And I really did in the very beginning enjoy Jenny. But now I'm over her. We're gonna take some callers, guys. But look, next week, according to Andy Cohen, and I know it's his show, he hypes a lot of things up, including that Beverly Hills reunion, which was not anything. He says that this is the best thing that he's seen in television in a very long time. Next week's episode. Remember those words. Okay. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to our Team Kempire Royal Court members. I appreciate you all being here. Again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics of music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more, including a recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac that we did last night where everyone called in. And then we did another recap with my girls, Layla Lynn and Grace Report here on the channel earlier today. So be sure to check that out as well. Okay, let's take some callers, and then I'm going to rest my voice for the rest of the evening, even though I have some videos to make. It's all right. All right, Mel, I'm going to bring you up. Hold on 1 second. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
Hey, long time no speak.
Yeah, I know. Well, congratulations on your channel.
Thank you so much.
And I like the sweater. Oh, okay. I was just going to say I love the sweater. I think it's very cute.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? I just want to be generous so I can let other people call in. I'll be very brief. I think that it's sort of kind of brilliant that the show was such a slow burn. And I know we had a history on Bravo. We had OC, and I know Beverly Hills has been infamous of being a slow burner. This has been a very slow burn. It's been very hard to watch at one point because it was so boring, So the fact that they sort of did a total 360, I would say, that where we just went from But I think that one thing I will say as a viewer is it's been really interesting that some of the things that they've done has been really authentic. I will say, like the people have really had these real situations, and I wish that they would show more of Angie, the issue that Angie and Lisa had. I wish that she didn't vanish, because she kind of vanished.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know how many episodes we have left, but it's really crazy that we went through a whole season of just very being boring, and now we ramped up out of the blue. And Mary, yes, so you're right. Mary has been, even Mary, she wasn't shown that much at the beginning. Now she's being shown more, and she's more complex and more interesting and things like that. And I'm thinking, wow. So you know what? I'm here for Salt Lake right now. Yeah, there she go. There comes Miss Mary. There she go. There she go. Wow, look at her. Yeah, you know what? Just in general, it shocked me. It shocked me how good it was. I really will say, because it really was hard to watch, and they turned it around real quick. I'm here for us. Let's see what happens. I know the reunion's going to be great because it turned so fast. So fingers crossed. That's right. But you know what? Just wanted to call and say I enjoyed last night's episode of Salt Lake. It was surprised me that it came the way it was. It was that good, and I'm happy. So I'm happy that the show it turned around.
That's good. Thank you, Mel, for calling in.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. All right. Nikolai, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Nikolai?
Yo, what up, Kempire?
How you doing?
Doing good. I just wanted to call in to clarify my comment on episode 7 when they went tubing.
Oh.
When Ginny got out of the car, she said, "Everybody shut the F up and let's have a good time." And then Mary said, "Correct your language." But I think what she was meaning was, don't cuss at me. Not like, making fun of her, how she speaks. Mary gets herself in enough trouble, so I wanted to clear that up. She don't need that rumor out there about her.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Okay.
But that's all my comment. Oh, but actually, one more thing. How Jen just hopped over to Coach Shaw having internal bleeding is absolutely insane. Like, you don't wish that on nobody, because what you put out in the world comes right back to you. Same thing with Ginny and her husband talking about sister wives. Like, what you put in this world comes right back to you. So you better be careful with your tongue.
You hear that, Candace?
Right. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Nikolai, for calling in.
Already have a good one.
Bye. Shout out to Laura. Thank you for joining the membership, guys. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com for more details. Join our texting community at TextKempire.com. All right, let's get to another caller. All right, Jessica, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Jessica?
Hi, Kempire.
How you doing?
So, yeah, Whitney just was amazing this episode. I was like, where'd this diva come from? Really? Okay, ma'am. You gonna pull out a little something different. All right. Mary, I don't know what her I don't know. I know I have a temper, but I don't know. I'm not trusting that too much. And Jen Shah was just ridiculous. Why would you say that? Like Nikolai said, why would you say that? Don't wish that on people. I have lupus and I don't wish that on people. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You just can't say stuff like that.
And
that was a little scary.
She came up quick with that.
That was just scary. Yeah, I was just like, why would you wish that on your husband? That's not cool. I don't wish nothing on my family. I may dislike them, but what? That's one thing. You can dislike your family, but don't wish something like that on your family. I hate to sound preachy, but life and death are in the power of the tongue. So don't wish that on people. That's not cool. And I don't know who set Jen Shah up. I'm kind of in between the middle because, like you said, the Southern District of New York, they're thorough with their investigations. So I can't speculate. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
The Southern District of New York, they're thorough. So we will see the rest of the season. I am kind of like a little excited of Mary kind of stepping up a little bit,
Yeah.
but I still don't trust it. Still don't.
I mean, I never said I trusted her, Jessica. I trust Mary Cosby as far as I can throw her. I don't trust her. I like the show, but I don't trust her. Just,
All right. Bye, Kempire.
Jessica. I do not trust Mary Cosby, people. TikTok, keep tapping your screens. Let's get more people in here. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Share it on your social media. If you're watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts on Mary Cosby. Is she bringing it this season? And are you finally invested in Salt Lake City? Do you think Salt Lake City is bringing it now, finally, after 9 episodes? That's a long time. That's a long time. And we still technically did not get to see Jen Shah arrested. We will see it next week. We won't get capture the footage of her actually getting arrested. From what we hear, she was on the side of the street when she was arrested. All right. Okay. Jen Shah said, well, Kempire, you look pretty strong, so I probably could throw her, but still. Asada says production set Jennifer Shah up. Just kidding. Look, who knows? Who knows? Just simply says, I've been watching Salt Lake City since season 1, episode 1. Me too. Me too. I don't know though. Again, we don't have a lot of ladies with a lot of storylines. I love Heather. I love Whitney. There's no real storyline. Heather is giving us, though, more of what's going on within religion and that kind of thing. So I'm a little bit more invested in that. Whitney, she just involved in the mess. Sidebar, we didn't talk about the Lisa Barlow blowing up at the Italian dinner. Lisa is always trying to produce a moment, but it's so obvious that she's trying to produce a moment. But I'm here for Lisa staying on the show because at least she's trying. Look, at least she's trying. But she was like, I'm done. I'm not talking about this anymore. I don't understand why she didn't invite Jen Shah. I understand why she didn't invite Mary Cosby because Cameron, may he rest in peace, went. But why didn't you invite Jen Shah, but you invited Whitney? I think Whitney probably would have been more in defense of Mary and offended again that you're bringing someone to a dinner or a festivity in this orchestrated moment. And then poor Lisa tried to blame it on her kids. My kids came up with the guest list. Don't blame it on those sweet little boys. All right. Okay. Denise, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Denise?
Hi, Kempire. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy Monday.
Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Oh,
So I have 3 thoughts about. First, I have a little theory about Jen. I noticed since the season started, she's been very subdued. Not like the Jen we knew from last season, you know?
Oh, the bandit.
So that's the face of a lying Jen lying on her husband.
Oh.
But anywho, I felt like she had an idea that this thing was coming down. She couldn't have pulled out of the season because she already signed on and she had resigned her contract. I felt she knew. Yeah, I felt she knew about it. And I don't think that what happened last season was enough to have her that subdued, especially that bookmark story. So I think she knew something was coming down, and I think she already planned that lie. Look at how quick she said to Whitney, turn my mic off, turn it off. Even before she got any words out to the person on the phone, just, hello, hi, yeah, I'm still here. Whitney, turn off my mic. She knew what was coming. That is why she knew she had to get away from the cameras and get away from the rest of her castmates.
Yeah.
So about Lisa. Lisa reminds me of a child that you caught eating the candy when he wasn't supposed to. And then you say, hey, did you eat the candy? With chocolate all over her face. She says, no, I didn't. But then you're looking at the candy, so obvious what she's doing. Setting up everybody. She brought Meredith over to that function to literally drive a wedge between Meredith's and Mary's friendship. Mm-hmm. And she also brought Whitney over there, in a sense, trying to, like she said, she want to mend bridges with Whitney, but at the same time, have Whitney talk bad about Mary, because I'm sure she knows that Whitney has heard things about Mary before. Lisa is too obvious. It's ridiculous. It's funny and it's vexing at the same time.
That's
and
why back regardless, because she's messy.
Yeah. And Mary, what I ask is that everybody give Mary a little bit of chance. I know she's a little bit kooky, she's a little bit awkward, but at least we see growth and we see her evolving in herself and evolving her character on the show. Give her to season 3 and I think she'll be like everyone's favorite. I just love Mary. I can't get enough of Mary. Really? Not that I trust her though. Not that I trust her, but I love her. She makes me laugh. I love it.
Is that it, Denise?
Yes, that's it. You guys have a great Monday. We had a great night last night. Lots of laugh, lots of drama. Both what do you call it? Both Potomac and Salt Lake City. It was great. I loved it. After that, I just went to my bed. I was happy for the rest of the day.
I love it, Denise. And where are you calling from?
Toronto.
Love it. Thank you, Denise, for calling in.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. All right. Vanessa, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. Vanessa, what's going on and where are you calling from?
Hi. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, you sound very low though, Vanessa.
Oh my God. Okay. Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. I don't know why I'm so low. Hi, Kempire. I just love you.
Oh, thank you.
I love this show. I've actually been invested in this. I think it's great. Okay. So I'm just going to mention 3 things really quick. Whitney Rose, I love her.
Wait, Vanessa, before you mention that, where are you calling from?
Oh, California.
Okay.
Yes, Whitney Rose, I love her. And I feel so sorry for her. She's then crossed the problems with Miss Mary. And let me say in my Sandra Clock from 227 voice, oh, Mary. Mary is just off her rocker. She is fun to watch, but I feel sorry for people that are in her crosshairs because Mary is nothing to play with. She will come and get you. Okay. So let me say this about my girl Jen. Now listen, I was just starting to like Jen. She stood up to Lisa Barlow at the lunch there. Yeah. And, you know, I was like, okay, she didn't lose her cool or anything. So I'm like, all right, Jen, you're doing good. And then she goes and she's like going to get arrested like a track star. She knew. She's a runner. She's a track star. Let me tell you guys, she knew that it was coming. And I'm going to tell you how she knew. The braids.
Oh, you know what?
A Black woman will braid her hair for 2 reasons. If she's getting ready to give birth to a baby and she's going to jail. Jen knew they were coming for her. That's why she got her hair braided. That's it. That was a dead giveaway for me. I don't know about anybody else. That's it. It's done.
You might have a point. Look,
never had her hair braided throughout all the seasons. You guys think about it. All of a sudden, she spends 2 hours to get her hair braided. She's a runner. She thought she could go on that trip and escape. And they caught up with her. If you think about it, when she answered the phone, it was her husband. Because she said, hey, baby. Mm-hmm. And then she just threw him under the bus because she doesn't really like her husband because she probably knows he's been cheating on her with another whole family. And she doesn't care. She's like, okay, put him in the hospital, let him have bleeding. She wants to get out of it. Jen is gangster, and that's why her hair is braided. I think she's going to do well.
That's why her hair is braided. You know, a lot of Black women did not like this look on her. They said that she was appropriating them.
No, she wasn't. She was trying to protect her hair, and if she was having a baby, she would have put those braids in too. So everybody stop it with the appropriation. She did a protective hairstyle that if the women in prison start fighting, she can be protected. So no, I'm not mad at Jen. But I'm mad because I was really starting to like her when she stood up to Jen. She didn't lose her cool. She was like, Jen, she called Lisa to the carpet. Yeah. She said, Lisa, you are the one that told me about this information. Why didn't you invite me? And she didn't lose her cool. Yeah. And I liked her at that moment. And then it just
like a burst.
Yeah, it was like she knew something was coming. She knew it, you guys. Like the other caller said, she said, take my mic off. She knew it. And I'm telling you, that's why that girl got those braids. That's it. When I saw the braids, I said, she's going. They're coming to get her. And she knows it. Nobody set her up. Even though Meredith did say on Watch What Happens Live, she said Andy asked her point blank, did you tip the feds? And she said, she never said yes or no. She said, nobody messes with my family.
I don't
know. I really don't either. The feds take a long time, like you guys said, to build their case. I just think Jen started getting those calls and she got wind of it. It may go down at any time now. And I'm telling you, the braids gave it away. That's all I have to say.
All right. Vanessa, thank you so much for calling in.
Love you, honey.
Thank you. Y'all are amazing. I can't. This is why it's important for you guys to call in and share your thoughts, because I honestly embrace the different opinions. I might not agree, but sometimes y'all make me think like, I never thought of it that way. All right, let's take these last couple of calls, guys. Don't forget to like the video. We have over 500 and something people here. This is our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. This is actually probably a record number for the amount of people that are watching the live recap, because finally Salt Lake City is getting good. Salt Lake City is getting good. Heather, I'm loving. Whitney, I'm loving. Heather giving us this sort of hierarchy when it comes to people in the Mormon religion. I was there for it. But the fact that Jeffrey Dahmer comes before her, that's terrible. That's terrible. The highlight for me, of course, was this Mary lunch. We need more Mary lunches. And of course, Jen Shah was arrested. Jen Shah was arrested this episode. Well, about to be arrested. She wasn't fully arrested. And I told you, Jenny is one to watch. She was like, let's go to Vail. Who cares? Stormy, exactly. Storm said, I called you Stormy, sorry. Storm says, Salt Lake City feels like it's just starting. You know, when you get your first snow, that's what happened this episode. We got our first snow. All right. Curvy Jersey, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Curvy Jersey?
Hey, Kempire. How you doing?
How are you? And are you calling from Jersey, Curvy Jersey?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't you tell with my Jersey accent? Yes.
What were your thoughts on
is
Salt Lake
well.
City this week?
First, Kempire, I was like so upset with you last night because you had your live on the same time as the show. And I was like, I can't do both. I can't do both.
Sorry.
It's all good. I still love you. Still love you. So, okay, so quickly, because I know you have a lot of people that's loving the show as well. I saw on Twitter that they were looking for housewives for Salt Lake City.
They are.
So that is true, right?
Yep.
And I can see why, because it shouldn't take someone getting arrested.
Damn.
No, but it shouldn't take someone getting arrested to say, oh, it's finally getting good. It's finally getting good. Like, it should happen from the start. You know, getting arrested is not, it shouldn't be like celebrated or normalized. You know what I mean? So the fact that someone's getting arrested, it shows where the show is. Mary is the Poshmark queen. Because like I said before, when she had me dying though, to be honest, when she took out those aprons out the Louis Vuitton bag and it looked like it came from Marshall's, I was just dying. I was dying. Nothing wrong with Marshall's. I got there. But yes, I guess it's the thought that counts. But for her to be so erratic, sometimes like when I see her on TV or even on social media, like her thoughts and what she says doesn't connect, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know if I could have a long conversation with Mary. You know,
you want to have one with her?
No, but I'm just saying, like, she's just so incomplete with her thoughts and things. It's just hard to understand her. But I do enjoy watching her on the show because she brings a different energy to the show. Like her closets, her queen chairs, all different colors and everything. And it's crazy. Like her personality is so crazy. You know, it's just whatever. Also, the last caller had me dying when she said she had the prison braids in. That was funny. That was funny.
Perspective.
She do. She knew she was about to go to jail. She knew she was about to go to jail. But I think not good housewives, but I do enjoy watching Heather. And I do enjoy because I learned something about that hierarchy, like you just posted. I thought that was a good a good segment there. And Lisa is just stirring the pot. But my thing is, if you're going to stir the pot, stir it. Don't stir it and then back out. Like, do it. Answer the question.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not talking about this no more. Like, girl, you just had a ponderosa with Jen, and then you telling Jen about Whitney, doing something with your, this guy that you had problems with, and then you invite Whitney to your thing, but not Jen. Like, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't even make sense. So I do think they need some other dynamics. Jenny is not it. Like, Jenny's okay, but I thought her story was good, even though they say it's not truthful. But I just would like to see a different type of energy. I don't know. Yeah, it shouldn't be the slow burn like this, especially at the Potomac, because Potomac was good, and even the reunion last night was good. And then to have this episode, it was okay, but still, it shouldn't be a slow burn.
I kind of wish though that they didn't post Salt Lake or premiere Salt Lake City on the same night as Potomac. I get why they did it because that's their big night and they wanted to bring viewers to Salt Lake City. I wish they had left it during the week because now it feels like during the week we don't have anything else, at least within the franchise, to talk about. And I hope they don't do that with the OC. I hope the OC is somewhere in the middle of the week because this whole, Salt Lake City on the same night, it was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
I feel like those are two separate audiences, and I'm not even just talking about color. I just think a certain type of people love Potomac and really do not check for Salt Lake City. And I think they were just trying to get off of the hype of Potomac to bring some viewers to Salt Lake City.
Yeah. But I do think I'm giving it a chance because last season I did enjoy it. Jen was the crazy one. And, learning about their different personalities, it's a new setting, Utah. So I'm invested. I'm tired of the metropolitan cities. So I like the idea of somewhere in Utah, something different where we have different women, different backgrounds, just, really getting to know each other. And I think that's what makes a good Housewives franchise. It has the potential to be great. I just think needs to be some fine tuning in terms of subject matter and people like Lisa, who I think is a good person on good character, I should say. But if you're going to be the bone collector or if you want to be the instigator, do it. Look at Mia. She owns it. She's a flip flopper. She said it. One day I'm this and one day I'm that. If you want to do it, own it.
I agree. Kirby Jersey, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You too. I apologize to the other callers that were waiting backstage. I have other videos that I have to make and I have to get to that, but I have to do my weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Again, if you missed our conversation on Up and Adam's channel earlier today with Adam and Jason, be sure to check that out as well and the things that we had to say this morning. And sometimes my opinion changes as the day goes by, but apparently it didn't today. It did today. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Thank you to our moderators for keeping this conversation an open and fun dialogue. And thank you to everyone that called in. And thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. It goes a long way, as you can see. Look, I had all this stuff already, but you know what I'm saying. The technology, so we're able to do more things here on the channel. And don't forget to get your coldest water bottle today. Don't forget to get your coldest water bottle today. Discount code KEMP10. It's a great gift. The holidays are right around the corner, guys. Don't wait to the last minute. Get your coldest water bottle today. Multiple sizes, multiple colors. Keeps your cold water cold for 36 plus hours. And stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Thank you to everyone that was a part of the conversation in the chat. I appreciate you all. Thank you to our subscribers. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We're covering everything in pop culture, especially some of your favorite housewives and reality TV shows. Thank you to everyone on my TikTok. Thank you to everyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and of course, on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Thank you all for being here. I will talk to you later. Let's go out with some music, though. Holidays are right around the corner, y'all.